In this video, I want to show you how to beat every game in the arcade so you can get tons of tickets and get tons of prizes. Let's start. So there are actually 4 arcade games. We have Hurdle Jumper, Super Quest, Parking Master, and Arcade Simulator. And if you beat all of these games, you can get a key that unlocks this secret cache, which gives you 3,500 coins, which is ridiculous. So we're going to start with Hurdle Jumper and move our way through. You're going to need 5 coins for this game, and after you put them in, you'll notice there's only one button, and this is just a jumping button. So as you can see, I just jump, and as you go further in this game, it's actually going to speed you up, which means you can jump from further back and still get over these hurdles. Now the problem with this is that it's a little bit difficult to time. Now I don't have audio on, but usually what I try and do is once it gets a little bit faster, I basically look for there's 2 lines before you have to jump. So like 1 line and then boom, 1, 2 lines and then you jump. And I kind of look at these lines as like the guide, because as you get further, you're going to have to jump further back. And I might not beat this right now because I'm a little bit distracted in talking, but I'm going to go as far as I can just to kind of show you that after you do this a couple times, it gets kind of easy. You just have to like kind of progressively go back further. And as you can see, I'm going further away from that line, just waiting until, yeah. So as you can see, I got about 500 points. You need, I could show you. You're going to need a little over 700 points to win. 704 is the original high score. And the reason why you need to get a high score is because that's how you beat the game. There's this person right here that says you'll never beat my high score. And I already beat it, which is why my high score is different. But yeah, this is the one where I beat it. 750 because the original is 704. So we're going to move on to the next game, which is a lot easier in my opinion because you can like take your time. There's not a time limit to get the secret cache. You can take as long as you need. Immediately you spawn in this little shop. This is a dungeon game, so you're going to want a lot of coins. So you're going to go over here. There's 3 shops. You break these. Each of these has a little bag of coins you can break or whatever. Little pot, I guess. Then you click twice to buy this axe, and then you just get a ton of wood. And there's actually one more place you can get a lot of coins from over here, where you can break this and get 150. And then once you get that, you can just keep breaking wood. You're gonna want to get probably 20 because you get 10 per wood or per log, I guess. And so you just continue doing this. I'm not counting as much as I probably should be. That's 5, so just keep counting. These rats you can 1-tap, but I'm just gonna try and avoid them. They only do half a heart, so it's not the end of the world. If you really try and like grind this game, you can beat it in like 3 minutes if you're pretty good at it. But for me, getting 200 coins and then just going from there is fine, because I mean with 200 coins you buy this, or you can buy this. I mean, I don't want to pay 400 for that, so we're going to use this. Get the battle axe, and we're just going to spam this, so we get a ton of shields. Shields are 25 each, and make sure, because you can do this on accident, you click to pick up, so make sure you're holding the battle axe and not the regular axe. The regular axe does nowhere near as much damage. Once you're in the dungeon, you can break the pot, and then I just go up, go to the side, and then you can basically avoid these guys. I'm just gonna fight them because why not? You get more coins from them, so I don't really see a reason not to. You can get an extra shield and then get a pot here. This one you can probably avoid, but I know you can avoid him because I've avoided him before, but again, if you have a lot of shields, it's not that big of a deal. There is a dagger over here. If you didn't get the battle axe, I still recommend buying it because it's not really a point to not doing it. And then, as you can see, you can two-shot this one guy. These skeletons are really hard, so... There we go. And after you get this room cleared, there's another spot for you to teleport back. Boom. And I lured them back. I lured these snakes back because what you want to do is you don't want to get cornered by them because when there's two of them, it's a lot. Wait for this guy to come close. And then you want to go down the first corridor because the second one is a trap. I mean, there's loot at the bottom of it, but it's still kind of a trap. You defeat this guy, and you have to fight this guy. I guess I have to fight him because I did not plan. Okay. These you can avoid. I recommend avoiding these. Continue down. And then you go into the deeper dungeons, and there's finally a teleport spot. So as you can see, I need this so badly. Health potion. Get all this extra stuff. It's wonderful. It's amazing. And again, we have enough that we could buy the spear. I'm not going to buy the spear though, because the spear isn't necessary for this. We're just going to buy a ton of shields. We can buy 20, so it's more than enough to beat this. Then we're going to use the teleport spot again. And we're going to come back over here. And we're just going to defeat the last guy. There's the ghost. And I think technically you can just like go around the ghost. No, you have to defeat him. Okay, well, we have a ton of shields. It doesn't matter. Get 119 gold. And then boom. You get the last piece. So you get the amulet. And then the catacombs grow quiet, the village is finally at peace, and that's the end of the game. And you get a lot of coins, or not a lot, you get a lot of tickets. 69 tickets is not bad. I have 700 because I've done multiple attempts at this video, and I've also just played in general. But the next game we're playing is Parking Master. Parking Master is really easy. When you start the game, what you're going to do is there's a lever that has park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Neutral does nothing, by the way. So you're going to go to the left, and there is a spot right in the middle where you can go into this weird area where you can just warp to any level of your choice. So just basically go to level 9, which is the last level, and park. And then it will give you a score based on how accurate your parking is and the amount of time it took you. But for this, you really don't need to worry about that because you're just going for completion. So this next one is also pretty simple. Just turn a little bit, go slowly in my opinion, it's the easiest. Push this car into place, which I'm failing at for some reason. But basically just go slowly, push this car in, and it acts like a pressure plate, and then you just go over here and you park. And it's not that complicated. It's just 2 levels for Parking Master. You can play the entire game if you want. I'm not going to go over that, but I will link my world record run in the description, or it was previous world record, to be fair. But I did every level in 8 minutes, so you can see kind of what I did. Obviously, I messed up a little bit on that, but I think it's a good example if you are trying to beat all levels. My attempt at world record is in the description. Check that out. And then we're going to play the last game, which is Arcade Simulator. Arcade Simulator is the last game and is the newest one. What we're going to do is we're going to start with 5 coins, and this is pretty easy to beat. All you have to do is start by leaving the arcade. And you go down the sidewalk, and then there's a time limit, but you basically just, the camera will turn, you press the yellow button to pick up this dollar, and then you just walk back into the arcade. And the controls are a little bit wonky, but it's not too difficult in my opinion. And we're going to actually be doing a 100% completion, because why not? And it gives you the most coins, so it also is worth it for that. So we have $2 bills right now, and the game starts you with a little bit more. So we've gained $2 bills. And the third one is in the bathroom, which you just pick up in the stall. And then, because I'm paranoid, I usually wash my hands, because the game actually deducts part of the 100% is having good hygiene. So if you're in the bathroom and you don't wash your hands, there's a chance you get deducted. But I don't think it really matters unless you use the toilet. But I still wash my hands for good hygiene. And then you basically just go over here and you put in the change. And I put in all at once. It doesn't really matter what you do. But you basically are trying to get 50 to get that little pass, which opens the door to the basement. And in the basement, there are 3 rooms. And I'm going to start with Pong, because Pong is the easiest game. And basically, there's this little ball, and you're basically just playing Pong. But the main objective of this is you're trying to get it into the bottom corner where my hand is, the bottom left corner. And basically just trying to angle it to do that. And so when it goes over that, you want to pause. And as you can see, there is a little bit of a difference. So that is the pressure plate being activated. You do not want to play again, because you have to basically keep it in that spot, otherwise you can't beat this game. So the next round we're going to play is the Brick Breaker, because Brick Breaker is also pretty simple. And this is a coded game, so basically what it means is you get numbers. At the end of each level, there's a number that is shown. And I will, not the first level. This first level is basically just like the free trial, I guess. This is the one where you're going to get your first number. You wait, and boom, boom, boom. As you can see, some of them are dark tiled, and some of them will not be dark tiled. Some of them are blank. And this exposes a number. And so this is the code you need to beat Arcade Simulator. I will explain that in a little bit, but basically, like I said, there's 3 rooms. One of the rooms you have to have a code for, so this is the code. And I say 3 numbers because you don't need the 4th one. You can just guess the 4th one, which is what I always do. So this is 8. But yeah, it looks like this is a 1, so it's 819 is our last number. So we're going to actually just go here and get some soda. And then that's going to fill up our soda bar. And our P meter is going to go up by 1. And now this is Snake Game. I just kind of started without explaining it. Basically, all you do is you use the joystick to move. And I had a really hard time with this at first. But basically, you just want to make it very concrete when you're moving, because if you're just kind of going all over the place, it's not going to register that. You just need to be very conscious of when you're moving. Like left, up, down, whatever. It's pretty simple once you get the hang of the joystick. But like I said, I personally struggled with that, so I understand. And you need to get 50 coins. So I'm going to basically just go until I get 51 or 52. And we're at 51, which means we're going to do the thing that I said. And this is a little bit more difficult if you're new to the game. Basically, you want to make a path from the bottom of the screen to the top of the screen. And then you just buy this ticket. And this opens up the end of the game. So after you complete all of those mini games inside of this game, which is why it's called Arcade Simulator, you buy that key and then you can just go in here. And we have the code of 819. So we're going to actually use that code first so I don't forget. And here we have it. So as you can see in this room, there's some numbers that are going to go in. So 819. So let's press it again, sorry. 819, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, and 1. 819. and this is a random number. And so we're basically just going to turn so we can see the door and just keep pressing it every time and see what happens. And it turned out to be 8195, I think. So perfect. Press this button and that lights up a center console. Now, the center console has 3 wires. Like I said, there's 3 games, 3 wires, 3 things in the bottom of the basement, this is the basement. So basically, like I said, all 3 games correlate to the basement. So we're going to go to Pong next, which was the first game we played. And as you can see, there is a ball on a pressure plate. And there's those little, whatever they're called, the paddles that we were playing with. And we're going to do the last one. And the last button is the snake game. And the snake game is a little bit more annoying, in my opinion, because you have to walk across a bridge. And walking across the bridge might not sound like a big deal, but in this game, it actually is kind of annoying to walk across. Because as you can see, my pathway was not straight. So if you can make it straight, that's great. But if not, you just kind of have to deal with the annoying movements of this game because you cannot see your feet. So it's like, I don't know where the edge is in comparison to where I am, but it doesn't matter. The FOV is a little bit messed up, but whatever. Press the green button. And the best part about this is we can just fall into the void because you respawn in the basement. So just fall in the void and you respawn right next to the button, which is what you need to press. So you press the button and now it says it's launching the rocket. So you walk into the green room and you walk all the way over here. If I can make it in time, please make it in time. And you walk right into the second tile and there's actually like a graphic. And you find the secret, and the secret is Sasquatch. There's a Sasquatch inside of a Sasquatch game. It's wonderful. And if you didn't get the secret part, it's the second tile from the end on the left side. But you can also just replay what I did. It's not too difficult. And boom, we have gotten 100% in this. We were on the rocket, which means we're not in the basement or outside. You have good hygiene, which means you went to the bathroom and you washed your hands. You have found all the dollars, which means you followed my instructions and found all the dollars. And then you found the secret, which means you went into the green room and went to the second to last tile and you fell off. And that means you get 5,000 points. Then you get 213 prize tickets. Variation, because obviously you might get a little bit more, a little bit less, but around 200 prize tickets is great. And then I already bought all of these, but you can buy nachos, you can buy the VR goggles, I can show you. You can buy all of these basically. But I would buy the goggles, I would buy the cash key, the music tapes, and whatever else makes you happy. But those are like the biggest things. VR and music tapes are especially because you can find music tapes in the game. But once you get the secret cash thing, which costs 1 coin, or 1 ticket, sorry, you can open this, and that's 3,500 coins for basically just beating all these arcade games, which, as you can see in this video, beating the arcade games can be difficult, but once you get the hang of them, and they're not really that hard. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned how to beat all the arcade games, and let me know in the comments if you thought this video was helpful and what tutorials you want to see next. I'm planning on doing basically everything in the game I want to make a tutorial on. So I'm very slow at it, I apologize, but hopefully this video is helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!